Okay, what's going on, everyone? All right, so I'm gonna hip you to a little something I like to call, well, you've all heard of it, the Jedi mind trick, right? Hillary Clinton is using the Jedi mind trick on a lot of Americans, especially minorities, okay? So to understand the Jedi mind trick, you gotta understand people use it against people who unfortunately are not free thinkers, independent thinkers, do not do research, are not curious enough to look beyond what their eyes and ears hear, and they use basic psychology. That's all it is. So the first thing that a campaign does, now remember, these are lawyers that are mostly politicians, so they understand that you don't have to say that somebody is something. All you have to do is make the suggestion. It is the equivalent of creating reasonable doubt. If they can make you think that somebody is something without actually saying this person is something, the average brain will buy into it based on speculation or surrounding facts that doesn't necessarily support what is being suggested. So now you look at Donald Trump. I hear so many African Americans saying Donald Trump's a racist. Donald Trump's a racist. Now, I've yet to hear somebody in Hillary Clinton's camp say Donald Trump is a racist. Okay? Because when you hear the word racist, I've never heard out of Donald Trump's mouth him say, you know what, I don't like black people. He has never said black people are dirty, they don't read good, black people like watermelon and chicken. He ain't never saying black people need to go back to Africa. He ain't never said, you know what, this is our country, darn it, we gonna keep our amendments because we won't get rid of all the black people. I've never seen him do anything like that. But what they're doing is they're saying things like, oh, he said that black people in the inner city are, you know, suffering from being poor and they're walking down the street getting shot. And look how he said that black people, what do you have to lose? None of those things are racist comments. None of those things say, hey, this here is enough evidence to let you know I do not like black people. So what they're doing is they're not saying Donald's a racist. They're just trying to put context to things or comments that he has made in regards to black people and just suggest to the brain, didn't that sound a little racist? And then step back. And then the brain gets tricked into thinking, yeah, he's a racist. So it's the same thing with the Mexicans. It boggles my mind that every time one of the Democrats talk about Donald Trump in regards to the Mexicans, any of his arguments, they subliminally plant the seed that he called all Mexicans rapists. Or did you hear the comments he made about the Mexicans? Okay, so they never put that in correct context. They're suggesting to the brain that Donald Trump implied these comments towards all Mexicans. They never said that in reference to what he was talking about was specifically geared towards illegal immigrants jumping over, coming into our country. They never put it in context in regards to the fact that he said the Mexican government is aware of it and they're sending over their worst to get rid of them out of their country, and they're not sending their best. They just started it right in the clip where he said they're rapists, they're drug dealers, they're killers, murderers. And when the media assists with this subliminal plant, the media did not start the clip prior. They just started it right then when he started saying those comments. Then you get the surrogates and all the Democrats get them saying, see what he said about Mexicans. They didn't say about illegal immigrants. They just said that. Now, they left it out there for you to kind of fuddle through, because most people are not going to go back and watch the whole video in context. It plants a subliminal thought in the brain that Donald Trump hates Mexicans. He never said, I hate Mexicans. He never said all these dirty Mexicans in America need to go back to Mexico. Never said anything like that. He didn't say, you know what, all the legal Mexicans here in America, they are rapists, they're murderers. He didn't say nothing like that. But because people have the puppy brain sometimes, and they're quick to just buy into what the media suggests, they get hit with the Jedi mind trick. Donald Trump's a racist, and yes, he's a racist. And I've yet to hear anybody give me an exact quote that makes me say without no doubt that Donald Trump hates Mexicans, Donald Trump hates black people, Donald Trump is an absolute racist. So, it is basic psychology. Now, let me step back one step further. You gotta understand, in politics, if you want to paint someone as a villain, you do not create an image or a narrative about that person to a group of people in the context of things that does not matter to them, okay? You do your research. You look at a group and say, what would really tick this group off and make them hate this person? So we all know in our postmodern society and how liberal we are, race and being politically correct is the biggest sensitive topic in society. So, what do? You paint the narrative that if you're black, then let's make this dude out to be a racist. If you can create the narrative in the minds of black people that he's a racist, I don't care what his policy is. He could say, I'm going to give every black person 40 acres and a mule, and y'all gonna be rich. In fact, I got money downtown. Y'all can come down in the money bank and start grabbing the cheese. They won't hear none of that if after that statement, they throw it in, but he's a racist. People, I don't want his money, I don't care, he don't like black people. You know, and so they know that that's the major sensitive topic, so they paint him as a racist to us. Then for women, the biggest topic for them, sexism. Let's do everything we can to paint Donald Trump as a sexist. Let's take every comment that he's ever made, even when he was an entertainer, even when he was a person out there that just wasn't even a politician. Let's just take stuff out of context. And, you know, now I'm not saying everything he said about women was kosher, don't get me wrong. But I do know this. I'm pretty sure if we go back down the life of a lot of men, including myself, and women, really, because what's funny is when I talk to women, they said, some women was like, man, you should hear what women talk about in private and how they talk about men, you know. But nonetheless, people will over-exaggerate and take that topic and say, you know what, if he said one thing that can be questioned and that we can imply to America that makes him sexist, then that's what we're going to do. Now, they might not come out and say Donald Trump is an absolute sexist. What they'll do is throw some evidence out there and say, you decide. And then we'll make it seem as if he feels that way about everybody. And he might be just talking about one person at that particular point. Same with illegal immigration. They did a number on this one. When they said that Donald Trump, look what he said about all the Mexicans. Now, what are one of the biggest sore and soft topics for Mexicans? It is immigration, or Hispanics in general. Why? Because number one, a lot of Americans, Latinos, have family members that might be illegal. And then two, any illegal immigrant that's come over here and is afraid of going back, you know, that's a serious sore topic for them. So now what they got to do is say, let's make it seem as if Donald Trump hates all Mexicans and all immigrants, and he gonna send them all back home. And in reality, he wasn't talking about all Mexicans. He was talking about ones that are illegal over here, which it blows my mind that everybody has a problem with the law that we put in place to deal with immigration. I don't understand. I mean, if we are going to be that soft on every law and so bending, then where does the law stand? I mean, Why can't we be soft on everything? You know, little bank robbery, let's bend the rules. But then again, we have done that with Hillary. But my point that I'm trying to make is this. Do not fall for the mind trick. So, they are manipulating the masses through propaganda and through subliminal suggestion without really coming out and saying, he is this. And then, when it comes to their own corrupt garbage that is very black and white, they try to create the gray area. They will do things and pivot real quick. How you like this one? Can you give us a comment about the fact that in the WikiLeaks emails, it says that you all gave a question, the exact question to Hillary Clinton, and that your campaign is plotting to send people into campaign rallies, Donald Trump's, and create riots. You know what? That's ridiculous, man. I can't, you know what, the things that people would live, but you see, what we really need to be focused on is the fact that Russia has stole our emails, have hacked our emails. And anybody who supports Russia hacking our emails, like Donald Trump, who loves Putin, then ain't really American. So what they really trying to do is say, hey, don't look at the substance of what these emails are talking about. Let me get you off of that and get you on the fact that Russia is responsible for my garbage. Now, if you are simple-minded enough to overlook the fact that that's a crime, that violates our democracy, and you go, yeah, Russia did do, they got you with the Bugs Bunny mind trick, they got you with the Jedi mind trick, and they are amazing at doing it. And so many Americans and so many people that I talk to, they don't see it, and it cracks me up, man. Yeah, Hillary has been exposed for so much corruption, it's ridiculous. And we have been given the privilege to see all of the contradictions of what she is saying in public versus what are in her emails. They just giving it to us, feeding America. Hey man, look, this is what she really thinks. This is what she really did. This is what she's going to do. And it's totally opposite of what she's telling y'all. And people going, but Donald Trump, he's a racist. Donald Trump is a sexist. Donald Trump, he don't know, he don't talk good. Donald Trump, and I'm going, silly people. You know, y'all are falling for the oldest trick in the book. Give people reasonable doubt, even if there's proof or not. Just create doubt and redirect and hit them with smoke screens and mirrors, and people are falling for it. So I'm just saying, the next time you hear something or see something pop up on the TV screen or on the internet, don't just jump right into it and say, well, that must be true. Wait, be patient, get to the bottom of it, go look up the whole statement or the whole comment in its proper context, and then ask yourself, who's leaking the information and what's in it for them? Just food for thought. May the force be with you. Kevin, I'm out.